Welcome to another episode of the After the Whistle podcast. My name is Smiley and I'm the one doing the hosting for this episode. And I am joined by Vangelda and Corey. For the record, we might have a guest who will join us a bit later. He goes by the name of Zogba. I'm sure a few of you might know him from the Sunday Fufu podcast. But for now, we have Corey and Vangelda. I think I'll start with Corey because Corey be like things they in chest up this weekend. So Corey, what's up?
Cool. Very cool. Everything cool. Everything all right.
Oh, good to know. Vangelda.
Hello to our lovely listeners and viewers. I'm not saying they miss me. Maybe they miss them. I make
Nobody can talk.
I don't know who tell him. I don't know. Is he tweet or something?
Yeah, because I don't see anything like that. So
I really haven't.
You almost spoil my intro. Make I just say hello to the lovely viewers and listeners. I'm happy to be here once again. I hope everybody be cool.
Hi guys.
Good. And yes, we have Zogba, our guest, on for this episode. I'm sure a lot of you probably know him from the Sunday Fufu podcast, which for some reason has been off our screens for a while now. But yeah, Zogba, what's up?
I'll be cool. Shall my battery die as they at the car house? We're right there, I can catch house. So.
Don't worry, we are just about to start, so you're not late at all. So anyway, it's been a long weekend of football action, so let's just jump right into it. And obviously, we are going to start with probably the biggest match in English football at the moment. Maybe some people might attack me.
Stop that immediately at once.
Vangelda,
it was the biggest match on the weekend.
Smiley was talking.
Let him
Smiley was talking.
The truth.
For the past,
Smiley was talking.
Yeah, for the past few seasons, they have been number 1 and 2. So I think for now we can give them that respect as the two.
There has been one, and then there's another guy that have been trying to do some. But because
Vangelda, don't be rude.
Football right now, honestly, tell me.
Well, the top 2 right now is Liverpool and Man City. So
don't be ridiculous. Right now, if Brighton do second, you will talk to them.
All and all be say Liverpool and Man City are the top 2. All of them win some before.
So Liverpool and Man City are the biggest game in England right now.
Sorry, I don't acknowledge pretenders.
No, so what you're saying is
acknowledge pretenders.
You are speaking Zogba.
Oh yeah. Me, I don't acknowledge pretenders.
You're arguing with somebody whose team gets more players than they can count for.
So later on in the podcast, I just go fit tell him say, oh, but that be what you talk. Because the toe-to-toe you talk, me, be congruent arguments. So me, I set up the basis right now. Those say the congruence will follow. Yeah.
You know what? Please, we are not going to have a whole debate on which match is the biggest match in English football at the moment. The main topic at hand is the fact that Arsenal and Man City drew 2-2 over the weekend in a very, maybe I would say, action-packed first half. The second half was a bit, it went differently because for obvious reasons. And let me start with Zogba, who is our guest. How do you feel about how the game went? And in particular, the red card that changed the outlook of the game?
It wasn't a red card. I'm really sorry. Like, this isn't even bias, right? Like, I don't think, okay, strictly by the letter of the law, it's a red card, right? Cool. He kicked the ball away after the whistle. Hey, you have to give a yellow card for that, whatever. But we keep talking about thresholds for referees, right? And we keep talking about how it's down to the discretion of the referee, right? I don't understand how every time the discretion of the referee seems to not favor something that almost every other player in the league does. Do you get what I mean? Like when a player gets fouled and they don't feel like they were fouled fairly, a lot of them kick the ball for whatever they believe the next counter attack or the next phase of play is going to be. And usually referees are like, okay, like don't do that, caution, warning, game keeps going. But for some reason, I guess maybe because we were punished earlier and we are the example that they don't want other people to follow. Every time one of our players does that, it's like, oh my God, yeah, but he should have known better. He should do. It's okay. Like, I know Vex say we get the red card really, but I just think that it's an unfair I think it's an
you for vex.
unfair.
No, you for vex.
No, I think it's an unfair assertion of a law that a lot of people get away with, if we are being very honest. Because every game week, we see other players doing this who don't get punished. But our players always get punished for it. By a red? Like if it was a yellow, I get it. By a red, come on.
Technically, it was a yellow.
What?
Technically, it was a second yellow, so...
It was a yellow.
But no. I mean, come. Haven't you ever watched a game where somebody does like a tackle that should be a second yellow, but the ref didn't give it because he knows it would be a red and it would ruin the game? We've all seen that happen in games before.
Okay. May I just be this question?
No. Vanguard, why you interrupt the guy they talk?
I'm not interrupting. I'm talking your TV. I just get one question.
Biz me question. You biz me the question.
If Trossard was not on a card and the referee gave him a yellow card for that, would you have complained?
Yeah. Would I be mad?
Yeah, they gave him a yellow card. Okay.
I wouldn't.
Then I guess.
But that's the point I'm making. The point I'm making is that in English football, we've seen tons of times. Come on, Roy Keane, Patrick Vieira, all of these players knew you get your first yellow. There's a threshold you have to cross to get your second yellow because referees would be like, okay, like we don't want to send you off. We want the game to keep going. We want 11 versus 11 because it's a big game. We don't want to ruin the game. But for a second yellow for something like that, to me, it seems very absurd. I don't think it's a reasonable second yellow. That's all I'm saying. Do any of you guys think it's a reasonable second yellow?
I mean, for me,
perfectly reasonable to me. I don't know about you, but for me,
it's going to be reasonable for you.
It is a reasonable yellow.
This opinion means absolutely nothing at this point. But
what do you mean it means nothing?
I won't make Smiley answer the question because
first of all,
they can answer before
you go elbow somebody in back.
But at the back, Smiley they talk.
Sorry,
then ask them the question when you interrupt.
The thing is, obviously, I'm going to put myself in their shoes. If it was my club that they gave such a red card to, I'll not be happy because for me, the rules are becoming a bit too harsh. I know they said something about the fact that this season they are trying to clamp down more on these type of situations where players kick the ball away. But I think there should be some level of reasonable threshold that should be applied.
The word they're looking for is common sense.
Because in the end, he kicked the ball away like half a second after the whistle went.
0.5, thank you.
So, at least you should be able to give the player the benefits of the doubt and say that, okay, maybe he didn't hear the whistle early enough or something. It's not like it happened seconds after and then he intentionally did it. Literally right after. And for me, if you're going to be given yellow cards, second yellows and stuff for these type of things, you're going to be ruining a lot of games such as this one, because this second half shouldn't have been the sort of second half we would get from such a huge game. It just ruins it to some extent. So I guess that yes, if it was a first yellow, nobody would complain. But for second yellows, the threshold for a second yellow should always be higher than the threshold for a first yellow. And that's just how I see it. I'll go.
Easy. These kind of things, I don't really like. I don't really like because people won't do if it's of somebody they hit them or something. But the thing is obvious. One, the leap he did in the first place was a foul. He knew it was a foul. Right? He didn't have to kick it. It was a very foolish thing to do.
Wait, can I ask you a question? What's leap? What leap are you talking about?
He barged into Bernardo Silva.
He go elbow Bernardo in back.
He elbowed.
Vanguard. You want to do facts. You want to do facts. So I didn't beg. He barged into him.
If English, if it's semantics. This thing, it be semantics. Fine. He barged. If he barged. Fine. Let's use barged. Right? Even if he barged.
50-50, by the way.
Did you see where his head was? He don't reach the ball and Bernardo is quite short.
They are both short.
They are both short, and he had the things no day Bernardo in in shoulder or something.
I just want to say one thing.
What quickly. You want? Make I do my point finish. Okay,
you finish.
Right, and one for me, I just think Arsenal generally are just indisciplined. That's my own. Last season, Chelsea was the indisciplined team. At the start of the season, they told everybody, if you get foul when you complain, yellow. Chelsea players, if they get foul, no, everybody they rush referee, they go complain. Everybody they eat yellow card like beans. This season, Declan Rice has already been red carded for a similar thing already. He had no business kicking that ball away. Like, I get it. If you say he had no business kicking that ball away.
He took like apply this context to the whole league. Apply this rule you're talking about to the whole league.
It should be the whole league.
Rule you're talking about to the whole league. Because you're nitpick. No, you're nitpick.
I know the nitpick.
You know what the funny thing?
I know the nitpick.
No. You talk saying this guy has already been red carded. How many people have been double yellowed for shit like this in the league in the past?
How many teams have done? How many teams with players on a yellow have done exactly?
I'm going to name you 3 per game week. You know, come plus that apply to the whole league.
Wait, so
for you.
Wait,
make you not like people for here.
Was he on the yellow? Was he on the yellow? No, my question is,
it's about the rule. It's about the enforcing of the rule. Relax. You don't talk as if the rule not the matter. That one I'm not gonna allow you.
But it's not like everybody didn't know about the rule. Everybody did.
I don't allow you. Today I don't allow you because you
let me say everybody knew about the rule or what? I don't get
everybody knew about this rule, but the point is that it is being applied on a very selective basis. How many people? There have been so many examples since this Declan Rice thing happened. It's been a talk for 2 weeks. The whole international breaks plus this one 3 weeks. People have been talking about this thing. People have kicked balls away and things. No yellow has happened. As soon as Arsenal do it, yellow, red card. Don't give me that BS, bro.
And this is exactly why I say that it was very foolish on the part of Trossard to kick it away. Because I'm pretty sure within the circles of Arsenal, they had 3 weeks to talk about it. You see, that Doku on wait to Zobarika. It's not selective. First of all, okay, go on. Zoba, sorry.
Make a baby one question.
Answer question.
Okay, so your captain, as he video himself say they record racist chants. That one there, no be high threshold there.
That one, make them go give him yellow card or red card.
It don't be accident.
No, the basic question. Make them go give him yellow card or red card.
No. Wait. I'm asking a simple question. Wait. I haven't finished my question. My question is, when he did that, is it something that you feel is a reasonable offense to pardon because maybe it was a mistake?
I don't think it's a reasonable offense to pardon. I think that.
So you don't think he should be pardoned for it at all?
I think he should be punished according to what the law says. It's
and
simple as.
What would that punishment be?
I don't know. Only the FA knows. Ban, probably. I don't know.
He should be punished according to the law, right?
Oh, yeah. Wow.
The problem is that when this law is being selected and used, I decide when I want to be lenient, I decide when I want to be hard. He spoiled a spectacle at halftime. At the end, the last kick of the game,
it's ridiculous that your player decided at the last kick of the game, I'm gonna be stupid and kick the ball away. You see, if you want to use it, fine. Okay.
So Arsenal players are the only ones that kick the ball away, right?
That's not what I've said. We are talking about this particular situation.
That point, which is a point that makes the whole that's what you're basing your whole argument upon.
So when Pedro kicked the ball, that one
my argument is premised on one thing and one thing alone. The question you say
when Pedro kicked the ball, they don't forgive him yellow.
Don't forgive him yellow.
Okay, when Doku kicked the ball, they don't forgive him yellow.
Doku own, he was kicking the ball back to where the foul was. Because where they start at the ball, that will be where the foul happened. That was where the foul happened.
But watch this analysis over and over. No, it's not by the count. And you won't put Bangada in a position. You are lying. Declan Rice was standing where the foul took place. And when Doku kicked it, the first thing he did was, what the hell was that? And the ref looked at his face. No, supposed to be back there. Eventually, they kicked the ball back to Declan Rice where he was standing, and they took the free kick from there. So we cannot have seen he was kicking the ball.
So basically, Arsenal encroached with the ball. So Arsenal free fall with the ball.
The ball happened in their half. Declan Rice was standing in half. They kicked the ball back into our half. What are you talking about? You don't think that's it. Let's start coming.
Relax. Let's grant you that.
he kicked the ball back to where it was supposed to go. The whole point is you're not supposed to kick the ball after the whistle has gone. That's the rule, right? Because you'll be delaying the restart. So
But
whether
he's
you
not.
were
But you
kicking
see, that's the thing I'm saying. He's not delaying the restart. If the ball is supposed to be kicked from where he sent it back to, he's actually enhancing the restart.
wait.
You just bypass everything I just told you.
What you talk there, it did somewhere. Because me too, that be what I see. Let's talk about it.
the ball back to where it's supposed to go. If nobody did it, he go repeat the ball, right? The ball no will go past that place.
Oh, but somebody did there. Then
And the bit you say nobody.
I think
Wait,
you
if
need to watch a replay of this.
If nobody did there, it would delay the restart. If you want to argue
Thank you.
if you
So
want to
all you are
argue,
saying is
wait.
Mhm.
What I am saying is that one, let's not run away from the fact that what Trossard did was stupid. Like that be what you people no one accepts. Say what you do be foolish. Two, if you want to argue that the law has been applied selectively, fair enough on you. However, was the decision correct or not? If it be say it no be yellow, where they give them yellow, we are going to talk to the referees be shit, the fool, this, that. However,
as we play Chelsea, I beg, make a day the pot stop it. I beg you. Hey, I will pay you money.
you will put
I
the
won't
dark
come
arts,
back.
the dark arts you dey do for your corner kick that is obstruct goalkeepers that is. If they start to penalize that thing, you figure you will get more players when they there at the end of the
That's
match.
the funny thing.
You know
The reason
what?
why I was
Hey.
asking
about
was
that.
because... Oh no, go ahead, Corey, please.
You know the funny thing about this dark arts thing? Why is it that when Arsenal is doing dark arts, not a big problem? I'm a little confused about that.
Because for a very, you see, the issue is, I'm explaining to you before you continue. The issue is that for a very long time, Arsenal Football Club and their fans demonized other teams and other clubs because they played exactly the way Arsenal is playing now. Telling us that that's not how football is supposed to be played. Telling us that we are this, we are that. Now when you put the enjoy, the things where that we enjoy, all of a sudden it be acceptable. All of a sudden, it the B.
No, pause. Vanguard, relax. You said that Arsenal for so long were complaining about dark arts. Wait, when you can't beat them, you fucking join them.
So it took you.
Good at it. No, pause.
Continue. Sorry. Continue.
Now that Arsenal's doing dark arts, all of a sudden, none of the shit that we've done is illegal. Blocking a keeper is not. Look, if we are doing this in a smart way and you haven't thought about it, so you don't get set piece coach where you could teach people how they go do that thing. You cannot tell me say it be dark arts. We run from back. If your keeper is lost in the sauce, where enough you come out, where the head ball over, it be dark arts. If it says IQ, you put your head die. That's why you don't get set pieces where you score goals.
You know the funny thing? The Mourinho people they masturbate to. You know, so they do. Your Mourinho way people they
think that's selective attacks.
No problem. But guess what's also not illegal? If you kick the ball away, you get a yellow card. And then if you're already on the yellow, you get a red.
I wanted to finish attacking you first. Before I can attack this issue.
Fair enough. Please go on.
To be very honest, it wasn't smart on Trossard. It was 0.5 seconds. It was close, but it was a stupid thing for him. Very, very stupid, because he not just tapped the ball away, he put him into the air. And so, if you tell me say like you try pass ball, or maybe you could use the excuse say he thought it was
he try flick him on, then start counter. He kicked the ball, go Rosie.
Vanguard, I did. Why he did? It wasn't really smart. Fine, yellow card. By the letter of the law, yellow card, send him off. But you also need to take into context the game that you're refereeing. And the problem that has been touted in the last 3 weeks has always been about consistency. If you're doing A, then do B. You can't say you won't do A, then when B does it, hey, yellow. Like, come on, bro. You always get this animosity that grows towards ref, this constant PGMO questions. And I'm not even talking about this from just an Arsenal point of view. This is happening to other teams as well. There have been horrible refereeing calls in these past 5 games. I was like, so you put the whole summer, you put not learn anything from Euros, from all the tournaments that people like. Did you put not learn anything of and it will touch everybody. People they laugh agenda, and it's funny, it's bad, fine, but it will touch everybody in their own, in varying degrees. Our issue is that let's be consistent in these things. That's why Atata talks say from what this ref do, I dey expect say 100 games will be played 10v10 or 10v11. Because if this be the premise is set, then let's carry it out. This is the same thing they did last season with the throw-ins. And if you waste time with throwing no yellow card, they didn't give anybody any timing. They started at the beginning of the season, the first like 5-10 games. Giddy no yellow, giddy no yellow. Eventually, if you watch from like the 10th game all the way to the end of the season, it died out. So why bring a rule that is going to affect 1/3 of the season, and then the rest of the season challenge is not going to work? But I mean, once you punish teams, and there's more talent. Look, the title was lost on 2.2. 2 points. It is by fine margin. So when you sent off a player in the Brighton game, we ended up drawing that game. You sent off a player in this spectacle, still we ended up drawing. You've spoiled 2 games already. Just off the top of my head, you just spoiled two games by rash decisions. If you are taking your time, he didn't give himself time. Michael Oliver, he didn't give himself time to think about what had happened. This guy has sent off 7 Arsenal players in like 3 or 4 years. If you're not giving yourself time to analyze what is going on, do you know how many people are watching this game? Whether Van Gelder chooses to accept it or not, it is one of, if not, at least so far, is the biggest game of the season. And you killed the spectacle at halftime. How many people are watching this? How many people are always complaining every week about refs? I don't know whether they think bad press is good press or it doesn't really matter, but they keep producing these horrendous refereeing decisions that affect the outcomes of games. And it cannot continue throughout the whole season. Else, what would be the point? Somebody go train the whole week. He can't match up. He can't do something clear and all. You say, oh, be red card. You change the whole dynamic. Why? Let's all enjoy the game 11-11. If you score me, I say challenge, then you score me, I'll go house D. But this one, everybody is now talking about refereeing instead of the game. Nobody's analyzing the game. Everybody is saying that, oh, Michael Oliver did this, he changed the spectacle, he changes it can't continue. What's Van Gelder
And to be honest, right? I think like with regard to the red card, like what happened, bro? Like you said, like are we being, how honest are we being with ourselves right now? Like how many players would do that and
They've done
get
this
away with
all
this?
their careers. Their whole careers, this is what players do. It's a reflex.
Did you listen to any of the post-match press, like anybody speaking post-match? No, I'm asking Van Gelder and Smiley. Did you listen to any of the
All I
post-match?
know be say, you're right, say it was a very foolish thing for Trossard to have done. And that by the basis of the law, it was a red card. That be all me I know.
Smiley, how about you?
I didn't listen to the post match stuff because me already the match I was like my attention was divided. But me the main thing for me is that the referees, like I
Divided,
said,
bro.
they need the referees they need to apply common sense to these things. Because for me, in that moment, I think you should make a very quick decision in your head. Which decision would I make that would cause the least controversy? If he hadn't given a yellow card and a red card for that decision, it wouldn't have been a talking point after the game. It should have been business as usual. So for me, like in that moment, you should just be able to make a decision like, yes, which decision would cause the least controversy. And then on top of that too, in the end, like when you kick the ball away for that, if you are saying delaying the restarts, blah blah blah, the time that is wasted from giving a red card and the arguments and all of those things is far more than the time that
just picking
would
up
have
the freaking ball, bro, and adding 30 seconds to the end of the clock. Like, I never
exactly
understand that.
because there's already a sanction in any case for time wasting. Like you can add extra time, 30 seconds, 1 minute. There's already a sanction for that. So there's no need to make it a whole spectacle on its own just because somebody kicked the ball away and wasted 2 seconds. So because of 2 seconds, they've argued for 2 minutes just over whether the players for goal or not for goal. Like it doesn't make sense to me.
You see, my headache in that is that you say there's already a sanction. But when we have the Arsenal coach coming out and saying that, and they put this amount of and they played over it, and that's when they scored. All of a sudden, it's not so clear cut anymore, is it? Because
Nobody has argued that point, Vagada.
no,
Nobody has said that point about it being. You made an assertion. You say Arteta can't talk, see that extra minute that nobody, because that 2 minutes that add-on was for Arsenal. I think it was Raya or something going down in the 92nd minute. So nobody, no Arsenal fans said
that's
that
the point I'm making. No, but that's the point I'm making. If your coach, who has seen his players waste time and all those things, delay restarts, Raya has gone down, as they're playing on Timber Toussaint go down, then this, then that, and the referee has extended.
So if I get make I no good.
Hey, go down on the side. Go down on the side.
Is that what players do? They walk over to the side. That's what every player does, right? They walk over to the side and fall down, right?
Fair enough.
Arsenal players, if you hit, make you go to the side and go.
You localize the thing to Arsenal players. Me, I'm not talking to Arsenal players. All I'm saying is that if we know that that's what players do, if we know that there's a penalty for wasting time, and that is additional time on the extra time, why is the Arsenal coach complaining about that then? Why is he complaining that he put 7 minutes? In the end, we played 9 minutes, and it is within the 7 minutes, and then up to the 9 minutes time. No,
right that extra time. On the side of the law, or they lie?
Oh, me, all my argument we say, as Corey talk, this in there, you go catch everybody.
Yeah, next so you argue on the side of the law right now.
Chelsea then Brighton go play. Something go catch me for that team side.
Yeah,
go vex me. But
you be there. No, wait.
What I don't want Arsenal fans to do is to pretend like the law is the incompetence of the English referee is only visited on Arsenal Football Club. That thing you started to do from last year. Where me that thing they bore me. Every time maybe you people pay them, they cheat you. The rest of the league, we all with the so for
I agree with you on that one.
So right now you be them people where they say police say make you no go protest. So why you go protest?
No, that don't be what they talk. That be totally different scenario. Police, first of all, police no official. First of all, police say make you no go protest. It be illegal. No, it be illegal. Police no official tell you say make you no go protest. You the bab. Why if you go steal goats, when they catch you, they take you go court, then jail you 8 years. Where you the complain say why then jail me 8 years? Where somebody else go steal something, then jail them 2 years. Where the team will say if you still go, you won't be 8 years. If you still pen, you won't be 2 years. You know if you complain. You know if you complain.
Let's move the conversation away from the red card and talk more about the match.
I want to talk about the match.
Relax. Let's talk about the match. So obviously Arsenal managed to hold on, like even though like they weren't able to hold on to the lead, but they still got a result out of the game, which is a very impressive thing to do against Man City, because 9 times out of 10, if you play 9 times out of 10, if you play against Man City for 45 minutes with 10 men, you are going to lose.
55 minutes.
55 minutes. So the fact that they were able to get something out of the game, it's especially at the Etihad, is a very impressive thing. So what do you think of Arsenal's chances of winning the league now after such an impressive result against the favorites?
They won't
win. Ask Van Gelder, because the other guys,
it's not long. They won't win. They won't win. It be simple as that. They won't win. Their chances are as it was last year, 2 years ago, and at the beginning of the season. They have a good chance to run and push City to the end, but in the end, they won't win. That be their chances. I want to talk about something where you put the talk, everybody talk, it changed the second half. On the evidence of what Arsenal will do for Bergamo, well, I'm telling you, that is exactly how Arsenal would have played with 11 men. On the listen to what I talk. On the evidence.
You know the funny thing? You can never judge that because it was 10v11. So you making that assertion. Assertion that by Arsenal will play the same way is complete BS, because you cannot make that.
I've based
it. You can only make that judgment based on the 10v11.
I've based it on the evidence of Arsenal's play 3-4 days ago, where they had 11 players.
You see,
Careful.
I'm not.
no, no,
Against
no, 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 no.
against Atalanta.
Wait, wait.
I'm
And
not
what was
basing
the
it.
Zagba. As Don Carlo of freaking Madrid goes Etihad, what he go do? He go play the game everybody wants. He go open his ass, give City, make City bag. Because that's what you do. You have to play the ball according to the people you are playing. In 3 days, we had 3 away matches back to back to back to back. Even in that, people got rest. But everybody is talking about how we went to go and do. We have played this game without our midfield. We have played these 3 games. We go away Villa, we go away Tottenham, we go away Atalanta, we go away City. And they beg you, if any of your clubs had that kind of run, by now we took 7 out of 9. How many? Like you people go take like 1 or 2 saves.
So let me base the question. So are we today here as we sit here invalidating that your 150 million pound midfield you no need?
Which £150?
They can write be 150 million, Partey be 50 million. The two together, I know be 150.
Wait, can I say something really quickly?
Okay.
See,
Is that our
Did you remember
midfield?
No, wait, relax. Let me ask Van that question. Did you read the Atalanta's head coach's his comments after the game?
I don't need to read his comment
I'm
after
just
the game.
asking. I'm not
The haram ball.
He didn't.
I'm asking if you read it.
I didn't.
Okay. Can I tell you what it said?
Okay, tell me what he says.
He said, I don't know Mikel Arteta as a person, but as a coach, he has my utmost respect. So me, I go tell you, say, you dey play football manager.
I retire, but I do understand that.
Why you retire?
Charlie life hard. Wait things they go on.
Okay. So
Facts.
So
Facts.
it means they then catch you where you know if you restart, make the restart be for you. So what I'm saying is that, right, other coaches respect what Mikel Arteta is doing. You might not. You might think it's haram ball. You might think, relax. You might think it's haram ball. You might think he's defending. But your own, like I said, the coach that you people are, you have orgasms over. Your Mourinho, this was his bread and butter, right? Going to places and, Smiley, I dey lie.
Hey, now me when you pull me come
You
inside.
see,
No, I said they ask you, because Mourinho your coach. Mourinho no coach your team before.
No, you see, your problem is you
Wait,
think
I
don't love it. No,
I don't know why you dey answer question where I ask Smiley.
No, you ask me first.
Ask
Where they
Smiley
tell you
question,
say
right? You dey answer.
Okay, Smiley,
Your name is
answer
Smiley.
Okay, so what be the question again?
I dey base you say Mourinho, be so there in tactics day. Wasn't he the master of we defend in the low block, we counter attack and we win?
Definitely, yeah.
Okay.
Smash and grab.
Isn't that what Arteta is doing now?
Yes, basically.
Okay. So if we can respect Mourinho as a tactical genius for doing that, why are we calling what Arteta is doing something that is almost like dirty or
you see your problem is sorry. But the problem again, you are ascribing things to me that I haven't said or implied. I have not said anywhere. I've not talked say Arteta is not a good coach. Neither have I not said I'm not impressed by it. Your issue is you think that I find this kind of football disgusting. No, me as a Chelsea fan, I love it. For me, this is football. Yesterday, when the match ended, Corey, what did I say? Huge respect to who? To Arsenal.
Yeah.
Because it's not easy to go to Etihad and pull off what Arsenal did, especially with 10 men. But my point is that everybody keeps saying that the red card changed the trajectory of the game. Maybe it did, maybe it didn't. But I'm just saying, on the evidence of what I saw Arsenal do at Bergamo on Tuesday, I'm not surprised that they did exactly what they did at the end of the second half. And I think with a 2-1 lead, even with 11 players, that's exactly how they would have played. Maybe they would have attacked a bit more. But defensively, the defensive performance that they put up, the shape and everything, they would have stuck to that. They wouldn't have moved 1 inch. They wouldn't have given City one yard of space to even pass the ball through. So make you not assume say because I say that be exactly how the game like it go. They mean say I did disrespect Arteta or no. I rate Arteta. He's a very good young coach, doing very well. Like he has the way he has changed Arsenal's team. Arsenal didn't used to be a very physical team. Right now, you can't bully Arsenal. Arsenal didn't used to be very good, like defensive, like solid. They used to be tiki taka, beautiful football. Right now, they know how to play in a low block. They know how to play counter attacking. They know if we can't pressing game, then they go fit play. He has 3 different types of play or structures that he can implement depending on the opponent he's playing against. Kudos to him. Fantastic work that he has done. But make we no can't tap here then do like if like they get 11 players, then go come play some free flowing attack. Oh,
No,
this
Vanguard,
low block
Nobody said free flowing
Tony
attack.
Pulis
No.
deputy, no, like they go play.
Nobody
This
said
one,
free
no.
flowing attack.
Vanguard, the reason why people are saying it changed the trajectory of the game is that at the time the red card happened, it was 2-1. The game ended 2-2. So in everybody's logical mind, that changed the trajectory. Because the trajectory was that these people were winning. In football, it could have been with the 11-11, we would end the game 3-2 for City. Yeah, you understand what I mean? Within 11-11, it could have ended 3-1 to Arsenal. It could have still ended at 2-1. No. But people are just saying that it changed the trajectory of the game because that's not the way the game ended.
Which is fair. I'm just saying, for me, on the evidence of Bergamo, me so no like you go play the second half. So
I
no.
do think I low key have to agree with you that I don't think at with 11 men it would have been too different from what we saw in the second half. But also would have had an extra man. Like
And
not
would
having
have
an
had
extra
an outlet.
man.
I think would have had an outlet.
You see, not having an extra man against City at the Etihad, 40 games unbeaten. Charlie, that is not a joke.
It's a big deal. Because having an outlet is a huge thing. It's a huge thing.
This thing. So I mean, it's neither here or there. In the end, I say it's a good point.
Everybody could talk say and they like to bring Chelsea. I just want the record to reflect that. Chelsea did some at Camp Nou against Pep Guardiola's all-time Barca with Bosingwa at centre back. But hey, what am I? Sorry.
So anyway, still on Arsenal. Like I said, this is a result that, despite the circumstances, is probably something that gives you a lot of confidence going ahead.
100%.
But at the same time, you've also lost a very key member of your team in Martin Odegaard for I'm not sure how many weeks or months he's going to be
till
out.
November.
Yes. So how much do you think you're going to be affected by his absence, Corey?
That's a very difficult question to answer because we have played easily the toughest week of our season so far without our talisman, without our captain, and we've come through basically unscathed, undefeated. So based on that, I have to say it's looking good for now. But our next couple of games are not. It's not what we just went through. We are playing Leicester and things like. And they talk this, then Leicester go bang.
That be what me I want to talk about. TV cool. You the move anyhow.
No. But on a more serious note, it hurts us. I think we've lost a lot of creativity. And the one who they create, give me small, decide say it goes, it's going to go and get sent off in this game. This Ethan boy, I want to see him against Bolton in the League Cup and see what he can do in that position. Because Havertz in that position, defensively, he'll do the work for you. But I don't think he's an Odegaard. He's an AM.
Once I speak the truth, he can't pass. He can't pass. Just talk the thing as he did. He cannot pass.
No, and you're wrong because he last season against Tottenham, he banged crossfield ball to Saka, pinpoint, make his score goals. And they
And they talk about this season. This season we did inside.
Relax.
This year, 2020.
I know you're basing this based on the stat of he completed 0 passes
Bro,
in the second half.
That thing is punishable by jail. They have to jail him. He's a terrorist. No. He's a terrorist.
Let's also understand the context of the game. It wasn't 90 plus. It was for the second half. It was for the second half.
So 55 plus minutes. he didn't
It,
complete
it,
one.
it was for the second for the
Sideways
second half.
pass, cry, he didn't complete. Restart
Charlie,
of the as he go to
did you see the
he
possession
couldn't
stats? I think it was 91%, 8% or something like that.
92
Where,
8
where,
22 25 shots
where did
0.
they go past the ball? Where
Hey,
did they go
so
past the
as
ball?
you get the ball, he know if he pass to Martinelli keke.
No, it not come inside. It not come inside.
Hey. No,
You don't
that guy
come
has to be.
inside.
No, he has to do. He's a criminal. He has to do jail.
I'll come in.
Yeah.
So based on that, I think it has affected us, the creativity. And I do want to see what the full midfield can do for the rest of the season. That's with Merino, Rice, and Odegaard. Because Partey, his legs are gone. Jorginho's legs went last season. No, not last season.
He didn't have legs.
He didn't have legs.
He didn't have legs.
He never had legs. So if you say you go play transition games against some people, you'll be punished 100%. But with Rice, Merino, and Odegaard, I won't see the possibilities. Whether we can, I think we should be able to handle the next four games and win that based on the people that we have, on the personnel that we have. But give me my first team, my first choice midfield, and then I want to see what they can do before I can, because I haven't seen them play before. I can't make that judgment.
Sorry, I have a question. No, me, I've not seen this Merino guy play, so I don't know what to expect. Can you just briefly kind of like describe what his game style is? And two, maybe people know they stuck that in the way somebody look me, I know they like, but the people know they talked about in the past 2 games. I don't know what's going on with Bukayo Saka, but he seems like he's been out of sorts.
He'd be very cool.
He'd be very cool.
He'd be very cool. They're making no worry. In the last 4 games, he's assisted every single game.
And that when
he's made a contribution.
Two of that be corners.
2 of that be corners. But
that's not.
Are you trying to tell me that corner delivery doesn't matter?
No, I'm not saying that.
Are we doing that right now?
No, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that since you don't have Odegaard for the next, say, 3 to 4 matches, Saka is somebody you can look up to for that creativity. I don't think you should look up to have it. You won't get it.
Saka, Jesus. I actually want to see a lot more Jesus, because I do think Jesus has that chaos, factor to create something out of nothing.
That guy, he let Havertz snatch his chain. He let Havertz snatch his chain.
Let me say something really quickly. I'm actually really, really concerned that Odegaard is out, because our next few games are against weaker opponents, and those are the kind of people who we need our most creative players against, because those guys are going to play a low block the same way we did against City today. And if we don't have the tools to unlock their defense, we're going to struggle to score goals.
I can tell you, Odegaard's impact on that is not too high. Odegaard always had the pre-assist and not really the assist.
That's fair.
Yeah, but when you are playing a low, when you are playing against a low block team,
he wasn't the one that was going to thread a through pass through the defense.
No, but he's the one that will switch the play in order to shift them to get the space.
Right?
We have players who they switch play.
No, but even his pressing, right? Because like
his pressing,
Odegaard
Havertz to depress. Havertz to depress from a
But I think there's a fundamental difference between Odegaard and Havertz, where Odegaard is one of the players who Odegaard has better passing range and also like creative vision than Havertz. Fundamentally, right?
Debatable.
Really?
Hey! Stop it.
Okay.
Stop it.
Do you know what I'm saying debatable? No. Do you know what I'm saying debatable? Make I land. Do you know what I'm saying debatable?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, Odegaard has the flair, the touches, the slickness. But Odegaard has I'll say yeah, okay, the passer. I can agree with that. I just tried the Newcastle or the Chelsea. Yeah, against
Chelsea.
The one he give Correa.
Yeah.
I don't think Havertz can do that. I haven't seen Havertz do.
I mean, one might argue that Havertz own is the one against Tottenham. That crossfield ball to Bukayo
Yeah,
Saka.
it'd be sweet
No,
though.
but
I'm
you
not
see,
saying these people can pass.
the reading of how Odegaard reads the game. Odegaard is like always 2 to 3 steps, 2 to 3 thoughts ahead
Okay,
of everybody
okay.
else.
Let me make a
There.
very simple
Odegaard is
comparison.
3 thoughts. Havertz be like 1.5.
He'll be
Yeah, let me
one.
make a very
In
simple
fact, he can't
comparison.
pass, so he'll be half.
Odegaard is like Seth Fabregas or Mesut Ozil, right?
No,
Kai
I
Havertz
think
is like
Cesc Fabregas and those people are better at
sure,
passing.
but
No, but he's
I'm
making a
comparison. I'm
comparison.
making a comparison.
Okay,
And then,
got you.
Havertz is like Granit Xhaka.
Yes.
Do you get what I mean? Okay, yeah. So, like, there's that player who Mesut Ozil is, and then there's Granit Xhaka. Granit Xhaka is a great passer of the ball. He can make great passes, but he's not Mesut Ozil,
True.
right? He's not Cesc Fabregas. I think that's the difference there. So that's why I'm worried, because I think for inferior opposition, we need the Fabregas, the Ozil to unlock.
When is the next international break?
Oh, it's in like November.
Is it
No,
October?
there's one in October.
October, yeah.
But I'm trying to figure out when
I think
in
it's
October.
2
Is it the
weeks.
beginning or the end?
I think it's about
of
2
October?
weeks away or two
It's
or 3 weeks away.
2 or 3 weeks away, yeah.
Okay. In 2 weeks, we get back Moreno. And Vangetta asked me a question about the kind of player Moreno is. Even though he's not an Odegaard, he has better passing outside than Havertz.
Okay.
He does.
But that I want to see what he unlocks in the midfield. What whether he will reduce the pressure, the creative pressure on Odegaard or Odegaard's role. And I want to see what the Ethan can do in the Bolton game, because that would judge whether he'll be able to get starts or a look in against Leicester, against Southampton, against those guys. Because that guy get some very nice folding like acceleration or something away from you, but he's nowhere like cook. He dey come, but he don't cook. I don't
So
think
he's you say like we will now wait the bubbles they appear for the water top. You know,
now they say some
get like
simmering
he go cook.
start. He get he go cook, but he don't cook. He not the food is not ready to eat. But
So
I do think he can put Ethan in and let's see what a young boy can do. Else the boy no go grow. Why did they throw Foden and those people into big games? Else, if you don't give them the chance, Charlie.
let's talk a bit about Chelsea. So it looks like they are picking up a bit of form
We've
under
not picked up
Enzo
anything.
Maresca.
We've not picked up anything.
But
please.
I'll make her finish, I beg. So Chelsea seems to be picking up a bit of form under Enzo Maresca. And make I remind people say that when Danny K was on this episode on this podcast before the season started, he predicted that by game week 5, Chelsea would do 15th. But it seems like Chelsea, they are looking like a strong contender for top 4, which is unlike them for the past few seasons. Because for the past few seasons, then they hover around mid-table. So Van Gelder, how do you feel about Chelsea's form in recent weeks, and do you think it's going to last?
I'm not getting carried away by our form. We are still in phase 0 of Enzo Maresca's tenure. Again, as I said, I didn't know anything about him when he was signed as Chelsea manager. So I didn't have any expectations big like that. Just play good football, just win matches. That's all I need. And let me see that the players are progressing and gelling, doing well. There are signs, the way Corey talks Ethan to he go cook, but you know cook, no. That's where we are at, right? It looks like he has most of the players on side. I think there are still 1 or 2 tweaks that he still has to make. I still think the distances between our midfielders are a bit too much. And if we play a very high pressing team, we might struggle a bit. But again, maybe by the time we go catch them, we go play those kind of teams. So then them perfect or them master how then they play, how Maresca wants them to play. So for me, as a Chelsea fan, all I want to see week in, week out is 3 points on the board. The club is moving forward. No, you see, say as we dey win, nobody talks say we get 50 players. Immediately we win, we lose per Kim. Hey, that be what will happen if you get 42 players. Meanwhile, as they do team picture, then there were literally only 26 players there. Just like every other team in the Premier League. Some way, somehow, then they count Chelsea players with them all day on the books. Every club will get 50 players if we count every player that is on the books of every club. But I digress. Chelsea is playing well. I don't want to get carried away by it because we've played teams that I expect that we will beat, with the exception of Crystal Palace. We drew 1-1 with them at Stamford Bridge, but Bournemouth, I expect that we'll beat them. It was a hard fought victory in the end, but that's what happens when you are still, bubbling and learning how to play in a new way or in a new style. I think the players are gaining confidence and it's looking good. I don't want to get ahead of myself, so give me till like February. February, I can't ask me this question again. If we still there like fifth or fourth or something like that, then I will tell you what I think if we make top four or
Speaking
not.
speaking of players gaining confidence, Nicholas Jackson has started the season in very hot form. He's gotten, I think, 4 goals and 2 assists so far in 5 games. And an interesting stat I saw earlier this week was that him and Cole Palmer have combined for the most goals in the Premier League since the beginning of last season. How high do you think Nicholas Jackson's ceiling is? Do you people still think you'd want a better striker, or he's somebody for the long term that you can rely on, especially since you've extended his contract to like 2035 or something?
It be 9 years. Billie Jean, there, say me, he be my boy. He there, he be my boy. Somebody call him they be a year striker. But if we list that person in team, them as strikers, or they don't reach my boy. I'm very happy, very, very happy for Nicholas Jackson. A lot of people underrated him last year. And he had constructive criticism. His finishing and his composure in front of goal was a problem. I think he's improved on that. There's still a bit of improvement that he needs to make up there. But I mean, Cole Palmer is Cole Palmer, right? Best player in the league. I don't want to hear anything from anybody else.
What's
For
your
me,
team?
at Chelsea, it's a very difficult question to answer. It's actually a very difficult question to answer. I think we may have too many talented players, and I'm not exactly sure on what Enzo's fixed system is. So I can't answer that question.
What's your
However,
best team?
best front line, it'll be a four of Jackson up top. I know I don't want him, but he's our best left winger. So Sancho on the left, Palmer in behind. And personally for me, I'll play Pedro Neto on the right. But at the moment, Noni Madueke gets the nod ahead of him because Noni is performing at a higher standard than him.
So no room for Christopher Nkunku.
I think in our current setup, it's a bit tough to play Nkunku, not because he's not a good player, but because he can't be as efficient in these positions, especially on the wings. Because they will not drop Cole Palmer for Nkunku. Not because Nkunku is a bad player, just because Cole Palmer is that pivotal to Chelsea Football Club and the way we play. Sorry.
So
But if that's why you have a squad. That's why you bring such players in. If things are not going well, like for instance, last week against Bournemouth, Jackson started. He missed 3 glorious big chances. Nkunku came on. He turned a half chance into a goal. We won the game. Jackson sees that. He didn't like social media. He goes on social media. He sees that everybody's cussing him out. He says, you know what? Next week, me too, I could do my thing. They brought him in against West Ham. All eyes on me, 12:30. What does he do? Bang 2 goals. And for me, as a Chelsea fan, that's all I need. Everybody that steps foot on the pitch wearing a Chelsea jersey, 1 must give your all. 2 must do your best. Even if your best is not good enough, we want to see that you are doing your best. And if you improve the team, even if it's just by 1 yard, by doing a dash that the guy that played before you didn't do, that just moves us forward as a club. Right now, we be baby horse. Now that they teach me how to walk, we don't know runs. We they teach how to walk and things.
Your baby horse
So-
there, you get plenty kiddies.
but
Calm down.
But Gilda, I know you say your squad no big and all of that, but at the same time, over the past few games, one thing we've noticed is that they are making early substitutions for certain players who seem to be playing well, and not necessarily playing well, but players who are usually used to getting more minutes. Like, for example, Nicholas Jackson, he was on 2 goals when he was substituted. He didn't look too happy. We've seen similar with other players. Sancho, I think he was taken off around the 55th minute, all sorts of things. Don't you think it's going to be an issue, considering the fact that it's not necessarily a case that your squad is big, but you have a lot of talented players who are also very young and hungry for minutes. Usually in other teams, maybe you have some old
I don't know.
29-year-old and a young player who that one is easier to balance the minutes between them. But when you have maybe two hungry 22-year-olds, everybody wants to play a lot of minutes. So don't you
I
think it's going to become an issue somewhere down the line? Because
I
in
think
Kunku, for example, now seems like old news. Like how you're talking about him. He's never really taken off at Chelsea, but yet he seems to have been brought down the pecking order. So
well,
don't you
it's
see
not.
it's
You see,
becoming
it's
an
not a
issue?
matter of him being brought down the pecking order. It's more a matter of the person he's competing with, which is Nicholas Jackson, at the moment is outperforming him.
So he's
And
below him in the pecking order.
on the yes, and that is just based on the evidence of performance. I think that in the short term, it's a very important and good place for us to be in. That we have young players, everybody competing for minutes. What does that mean? That means that every time anybody steps on the pitch, they don't know if that's the last time they will be on the pitch. Go base Mudrik. He hasn't seen grass for like 3 matches. My boy with that, but I make sad give up. Maybe Moro against Barrow down, he go see grass. But if you don't perform, you don't play. And this is Chelsea Football Club. That is where the standard must be. If you don't perform, you have no God-given right to be in the starting 11 just because you are a big name or whatever. So everybody must pull their weight, because if everybody pulls their weight, that means that Chelsea goes higher up the table, and we don't end the season mid-table, but we end up back in Champions League football, right? So for me, in the short term, and I'm just talking in the short term, in the long term, it could be a problem. But knowing the owners and the directors of Chelsea, before it becomes a problem, then sell somebody. So for me, sorry, for me, I'm not too worried about that or too fast about that, right? And for instance, in this game where we substituted Jackson early and Cole Palmer early, look, they were exhausted. They may not have liked that they were they were substituted, but they were exhausted, right? Because in the 3v2 situation that we were playing, where West Ham built up in a three, and we had only two players initiating the press and triggering them into making mistakes, they had to do a lot of running and a lot of space covering. You can't do that for 90 minutes. You are two of our most important players. We need to manage your minutes. We need to manage your legs so that you don't get injured. Then when we need you the most, like November there, where we dey here, you so say you can't score goal, then you get thigh injury, muscle injury. This no. So if there are other equally talented people on the bench, you've gotten 60 minutes, you have your 2 goals, you have your 1 goal, 1 assist. Boko, sit down, relax your nerves, let somebody else to come and play, let them try. If they do better than you, maybe they will get Conference League match, or they will get Barrow Town, or something like that to play. Then the next game, like next on Saturday, we play against Brighton. It's going to be a very difficult game. We need all our best players in tip-top shape so that they can play. So it's very important for me. It's very, very important that the manager does not just run everybody into the ground. Not every Chelsea player is Conor Gallagher. They are not all like him. They can't sustain that level that he has. He go fit play 90 today, 90 tomorrow, 90 later. He be certified Bolugbe. That be Conor Gallagher. But the rest of our players are not like that. So for me, I think what he did was right. As a top player, you will not be happy, of course. You are on a hat trick. You want to get your hat trick and take the ball home and be happy. So of course, Jackson is not going to be happy that he was subbed off. But for me, I think it was the right decision by the referee, because at the end of the day, it is the improvement of the team that is necessary.
But here's the thing. Let me again on that same question. Let me give an example of like a team like Arsenal. They have on the left, they have Martinelli and Trossard competing for one position. Like you said, having competition is very important. But at the same time, if you have maybe that dynamic of a player like Trossard and a player like Martinelli, if Martinelli is playing, they are being rotated. Martinelli is the number one, obviously, but Trossard comes in, he impresses. It's easier to maintain that type of balance than to have maybe two Martinellis in that position, because that one, each one who doesn't play, is more is harder to see yourself sitting on the bench for another player like that, rather than a situation where maybe the player is maybe if you're sitting on the bench for a player like Mbappe, like how Hendrick at the moment is behind Mbappe in the pecking order. You know that he's clearly above you. So that one there, you go understand if you did behind him. But if I feel like me and this player, we did on the same level and I'm not getting enough minutes, that dynamic can be harder to manage. And that's where I think the issue can be. Because, for example,
I
Chelsea
agree.
have Pedro Neto Sancho in one side. You have Nkunku, who is also like, Charlie, he's a former Bundesliga player of the season. And you're expecting him to be
and
comfortable.
for me, as I
Yeah.
said, I wanted us to get a tip-top striker in Osimhen to compete, or to at least, even if he takes up the number 9 spot and Jackson is giving him competition. I wanted us to do that. We didn't. So now, for Jackson, his competition is actually Christopher Nkunku, right? At the end of the day, it be you touch, I touch. We all day make everybody show in this thing. So I know that Nkunku in the conference, all the conference league games we played, the qualifiers, he scored almost all our goals. In the Premier League, he's up and running. He has 1 goal, but it's not like Jackson is underperforming, and we are still playing or pursuing it with Jackson. No, this one thing I've really liked about Enzo Maresca is that he doesn't hold anybody like, oh, you be my darling boy, bro. The player he used last year in Dewsbury, before he got injured, crowd was not seeing pitch. He wasn't seeing the pitch because there were players ahead of him who were better. And it's simple as.
So why did he sign him?
So you signed a bench player from the championship. Is that what you're saying?
I mean, there are a lot of teams that sign bench players from championship too.
Me
Personally, I don't know why we signed him, but yeah, it's
Like
just what it is. We are.
Leicester.
Leicester signed Madison from the championship. Harvey Barnes.
No, as in a bench player. If you are saying he was benched in the championship, like, so you are saying you signed a bench player.
I'm saying a lot of teams buy. Like, look, let's not look down the championship. It's the championship. I get it.
No, but you're saying Dewsbury was benched in the championship.
No. He was. I said that he was Maresca's darling boy in the champion. When Maresca was coaching Leicester, Dewsbury was the most important player in his team. He was linking. He did dash the passes, they create the chances. But when he came to Chelsea,
so why would he sign him if he had no plans to start him?
But that's not. I don't even think it was Maresca who signed him. His
favorite player from his old team happens to come to his new team, and it's not.
Wait. Let me explain it.
Maresca didn't sign the player who was his
interest. I'm saying that the interest in Dewsbury Hall dates back maybe 2 to 3 seasons ago. Chelsea scouts already had interest in him, Dada. It just happened that the season Maresca.
Here's the problem I have with that thing, because teams. Here's the thing: teams scout a lot of players. Teams scout a lot of players. Teams can have like 200 strikers on their scouting list. It doesn't necessarily mean that they planned on signing the player, but you just keep tabs on them. Like when Man United signed Wan-Bissaka, they said they scouted 800 right backs. The interest in all those right backs wasn't concrete interest, but maybe it's the fact that maybe they scouted him. But Maresca came and he said that, yes, I want this guy. And you assume that, okay, because we scouted him 2 years ago, so we're already keeping tabs on him. You know, it just be short list. Maybe they like...
Personally, I don't know why we signed him. Me, I'm not... I didn't...
So you don't think the manager was involved?
I think that they probably asked him and said, look, we are thinking about signing Dewsbury. What do you think? What are your thoughts? But the way Chelsea operates right now, the manager does not have absolute control on who we sign.
You don't think he control at all?
Pause. I can question you, Vangelda.
Sorry. Please, what do you say?
This is in relation to what Smiley was initially saying about the players in the positions.
Right.
honestly, to bring us back on topic, he said something about having different
Profiles or
types, different profiles. That's the word I'm looking for. Different profiles of players in different positions, right? Sancho, Modric, Madueke, Neto.
Pedro Neto.
You have some other people. Am I not mistaken?
No, that's all. That's all.
Okay,
That's
you're
all.
four. Then you have Kopama, Felix, Nkunku, all in that position, right?
Yeah, all in the front.
And then you have Jackson and Nkunku back and Guyo, whatever his name is.
Like Moron gave me, go play that one.
So I'm just wondering how you keep. You know, the names I've mentioned are
I know
very
small boys.
are not small boys because Madueke know the respect.
Hey, he be gang leader. Oh. If you try it, he go make them attack you for landing.
Thank you. Madueke know the respect. As soon as he starts, he's one of those players that look like they bitch a lot when they don't play. Joao Felix was a problem everywhere he went. From Atletico.
Make you not make smiley boy. But go on.
To no, I'm not trying to say like the reason I'm saying is that I saw it with Obama when he was a problem at Dortmund and things, and he left in some crazy way. The same thing can happen for Arsenal. So I'm just wondering, like Sancho, big character, he goes some people, he come back, he go
Rasago in there.
He go Rasago in them. Then so I'm just wondering how you keep. Nkunku is not a small player, even though he's been injured, so he can't really say shit.
I agree.
He's not a small player, and eventually he's gonna start like, brother,
I need more minutes here.
Well, and so I'm just wondering how you guys keep that dynamic happy.
Okay, so this is what they asked the same question to Enzo Maresca, like I think before the West Ham game. This is how he explained it. He says that on the left, these are his players on the left, Mudryk and Sancho. On the right, he has Neto and Madueke.
But Neto has been playing on the left.
Adikam, make her finish. Neto and Madueke for right. Behind the striker or in the attacking midfield position, he has Felix and Cole Palmer. And then up top, he has Jackson and Nkunku. Now it's up to the individual players to battle it out for the starting berth. But also another thing that will determine who starts in the games or who comes on during certain matches is one, the game states, the opponent, and how we are performing and what dynamic he feels the game requires. So for instance, in the West Ham game, he felt like between Sancho and Misha, Sancho was better 1v1. And that because of how good Aaron Wan-Bissaka was 1v1, you needed the more quality player to get past him. Also, he said that if you look at the way West Ham were deploying or they were playing their fullbacks very high. So when Wan-Bissaka goes, you need somebody that can, and this is not good, it's not a good look on Misha though, but somebody that can basically think very quickly on their feet when they get the ball, know what to do.
So he doesn't have a brain. That's what you're saying.
He said that the technical base of Misha is high. Just that if he catches the final third day, nobody knows. He said nobody knows. He said Mudryk. He says nobody knows what he's going to do there. And he doesn't he prefers players that he can almost predict that this player will make the right decision in the final third. So he thought that in this particular game, Sancho was preferred, even ahead of Neto. Yes, he has played Neto on the left or on several occasions. Sometimes it's because of he wants in swingers, not out swingers, and he wants out swingers, sorry, not in swingers. If you listen to him and like how he explains why he chooses who and whatnot, it kind of makes sense. But to keep all of them happy, I know it's gonna be difficult.
So it's now time for the Who Am I segment. For those who haven't listened to this segment or watched this segment before, it's our football trivia segment. We give a few clues, then you use those clues to answer which player it is. For this episode, we are going to do it a bit differently. Usually we direct the question at one person for the person to answer, but for this one, it's open-ended. So whoever gets it first gets the point. So first one, I am a retired English striker who won the FA Cup and Community Shield in 2006. I've been the player of the season for QPR, Portsmouth and Stoke City. I scored 22 goals in 42 matches for England. Who am I?
Peter Crouch.
Correct.
That's a good guess. That's a good guess. The clubs gave it away. Good guess.
So that's Corey is in the lead now. So second one, I am a Burundian striker who was also a former England under-21 player of the year. I've played for West Brom, Stoke City, and Sheffield Wednesday. Who am I?
Burundi.
Saidu
Benrahma.
Yeah, that
Saidu
no.
Hey, me answer.
No,
Me
Corey,
answer.
nobody has answered it. You said Benrahma. That's not actually the
Berahino.
But,
Saidu Berahino.
Berahino.
Hey, baby, talk out. Hey, talk out. He said Saidu. Me I talk. Okay, it's fine. We go take
I'm
it.
trying to remember the
But when you don't remember when me I
This one, unless I give him half, because Corey got the first name and Vanguardia got the second name. So-
I think. Well, let's.
Oh, you said it.
Oh,
Yeah, he said the Berahino.
Okay, then cancel this question. Give us.
Nah, so Corey won, Zogba won, Vanguardia no.
I
I
guess-
thought the Saidu team. This guy got probably 0.5
Sadio Mane, the Sadio. On a Sadio, you know.
I thought Sadio Berahino. I was trying to remember the last name because of the
Hey man.
Bro,
Hey
you
man.
say Burundi. Mama say
So-
Burundi. You know where Burundi dey?
My nigga, I said the last name. Relax.
So,
Me, I don't know where Burundi dey.
so this is the third one. I am an Italian midfielder who won the Coppa Italia with Roma in 2007 and 2008. I also played for Juventus, Fiorentina, and Liverpool. Who am I?
Juventus.
Juventus,
Roma.
Fiorentina, Roma, Liverpool.
Italians.
Italian midfielder.
Oh no, that guy is Spanish. Coppa Italia, you said, right?
Coppa
2007,
Italia with
2008.
Roma. Yes, both 2007 season. So the 2006-2007 season, 2007-2008 season. So back to back.
And Shaka Liverpool them are Italian players.
Bro, is the Liverpool that are going through the list like I don't know if you pick
He
the
throw me
guy.
off fucking.
I almost thought De Rossi as he talked that other thing. No,
Yeah,
I
me
killed
too.
my mind.
I think the Rossi know where I say no. Aquilani.
Correct.
Apelani.
So 1 each.
1 each. So final one, decider. I am a Serbian attacker who was the top assist provider in the Champions League in the 2018-2019 season.
Sergej Milinkovic-Savic.
It's
No.
a savage.
No,
It's not Savic.
Okay.
Is it Serbia?
I've played for Fenerbahce, Ajax, and Southampton. Who am I?
Did you say Serbia?
Savage.
Correct.
Dusan.
Tadic. Correct.
Oh, wait, hold on. Wait, relax. The two of
Mas
them should be
Adam,
disqualified because they both said names before me
They say it be.
and they were wrong.
Them say it be quick.
Yeah, but if you guess wrong,
You
you
did
have
them
to
make
be
Corey snatch your
disqualified.
chain finish. They can't complain. He go. He left. He
If
did
you
second. They
guess-
sell him.
If you guess wrong, you have to be disqualified.
Bro, then snatch your chain. No worry. He be cool.
Actually, I don't sense that rule yet. Okay, make an add one. This one off the top of my head.
Okay.
I am a Congolese centre back who played for Blackburn in the 2010 season.
Samba.
Correct.
Masa, you for make you finish the questions. If I make you finish the question. If I make you finish the question.
So we come to the end of this episode.
That'd be
If you
crazy.
haven't done this already, follow
Corey
our social
snatch.
media pages on
I
Twitter
attack
and
Corey, make you
Instagram.
snatch my chain. No be easy.
On Twitter and Instagram is ATW Podcast GCR. On YouTube, you can search for After the Whistle Podcast. On TikTok, it's After the Whistle. We are available on all podcast platforms: Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Deezer, Amazon, wherever you go get podcasts, we get it. And as always, Charlie, subscribe to the YouTube again because we are still trying to build that side. So yeah, we appreciate the support on all the platforms and stuff, but we are trying to build the YouTube. So yeah, subscribe to our YouTube, leave a comment, like, share, all that stuff. Again, Zogba, Charlie, thank you so much for joining this one. I don't want to put you in the spot because people won't know when Sunday Fufu will come back, but I know
The way the economy hard, people know the feature of Fufu again.
I'll go fit tell them.
Okay,
Have him.
cool. Because we are waiting for that
So,
one.
so we've recorded like 4 episodes.
Okay.
And we are planning on doing like a lost tapes release.
Okay.
Because yeah, Abi, right now we are off the grid. So I think we have like 3 episodes we recorded with GCR and like
Okay.
4 we recorded off. So we
Okay.
just like we might do like a lost tapes thing with that stuff. But yeah.
You two, if you do some collab with ATW, invite us, make we come talk about whatever, like any topic at all. Because we tired of sports topics, so Charlie, invite us, make we come.
I mean, we do 1 plus Texas and see that one there jump pass. So you people, I don't know. Wait. What do you think would be a good topic for us to discuss?
Anything,
Anything,
everything
we
in my mind
don't
up,
get sense.
whether
But we go
politics or anything. Charlie,
Anything,
come
yeah,
talk
but
Now
about
we
can't
know if we
answer
do
questions.
politics. We know if we do politics.
Why not?
The way the
'Cause
system make
if-
hot.
It not be even that. If we do politics right now, me I really go back because the way Ghana government they vex me right
Yeah,
now.
so make we come vent. Give your platform, make we all come vent for the
Then I know vex. Corey, your mind there.
anything, entertainment, politics, like current affairs, anything at all. It doesn't have to be anything specific. So yeah,
You know what we go do? We go make joke about black women. So say you can go apologize.
Hey, hey, no. Don't say I didn't tell you.
We'll make
Baby,
everyone
wow.
black women joke. You guys can do an apology to
I beg you, I beg you, I
No,
beg
just
you.
say, why are we not surprised? All these football boys. That's all they know.
Charlie,
Maybe shits and gigs, right?
you bab. Is it-
Charlie.
Yeah, that's what happens shits and gigs, yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
anyway,
so-
Charlie, guys, thank you again for joining us on this one. And as always, ATW dominates the conversation.
This has been a Gold Coast Reports production. Catch up on episodes and discover more shows from our network on listentogcr.live.